You're talking too much, Wendy. I do not want you to go to jail. And I'm begging you to stop talking. I'm begging you to stop interviewing. I'm begging you because I don't believe it's helping you. Take it from the Karen you used to like. How about that? Because when you talk, they watch. Okay, they hear you. And so I would have said, respectfully, Andy, I can't answer those questions right now.
It's the nature of who I am. I never like to be in one box. I like to do different things, whether that's professor, author, reality show, TV host of my own YouTube. It's just a juggling act, and I'm loving every second of it.
It looks like the actual paragraph you want rewritten is missing again. You only included the instruction text, not the content to rewrite. Please paste the paragraph you want me to work on, and I'll rewrite it in simple English and expand it to about 63 words or 180 words, depending on what you need.
Well, detectives in Carroll County say reality star Wendy Osefo concocted a story so far from reality that she's now facing a string of felony fraud charges.
At her home in Finksburg today, there was no sign of the housewife, but her neighborhood was buzzing with the news as police accused Wendy Osefo of being a fraud.
It is still surprising to many people that only a few months ago, Wendy was seen in a very positive light as a popular reality TV personality, known for her humor and sharp responses. However, things changed quickly after she and her husband, Eddie Osefo, were accused of involvement in an insurance fraud case. What shocked the public most was not only the alleged fraud involving a large insurance claim, but also the strange details that came out during the investigation. Reports mentioned a poorly planned break-in connected to the case. Even more attention came when it was revealed that Wendy wore the same ring on a red carpet that she had previously reported as stolen, which raised more questions. Another major discovery was even more surprising. Police allegedly found dozens of credit cards stored inside several expensive wallets. This detail left many people confused, especially because there was very little actual money linked to them. According to the prosecution, the couple had almost no financial resources left and were struggling heavily at that time. It was also reported that Wendy had left her job around April 2024 and was mainly relying on her income from reality television. However, their attempt to maintain a wealthy lifestyle reportedly drained their finances, which added more pressure to their situation.
The win for her would be to obviously be exonerated, but the evidence speaks for itself.
Right.
And so when the evidence speaks for itself, you need to do what's in the best interest of your family and your children. And I'm not anywhere associated with that case, so I can't speak to what her attorney's advising her of.
Right.
But at the end of the day, she's a mom. And so I want the best for her and her kids.
Despite everything, Wendy still showed up at BravoCon and suggested that the police were unfairly targeting an innocent black couple, claiming the truth would eventually come out.
It's an unfortunate situation, and right now I can't say too much, but I will say when the time is right, I will share my story with everyone. And for now, they're just allegations, so we will continue to push forward. I know that's right.
On Real Housewives of PTOAC, it felt like Wendy was stepping into a storm while wearing heels. If you think about it, facing serious fraud allegations with the possibility of up to 15 years in prison is already overwhelming. So many people wonder why someone in that situation would continue appearing on reality TV, knowing that every moment of their life is being filmed and judged by the public. Of course, Wendy is experienced in reality television and likely understands how to manage her public image. However, critics say this kind of legal trouble is not something that can be carefully controlled or edited for cameras. It creates real pressure that can easily spill into her personal and professional life. Reports from insiders suggest that Wendy's legal situation may become a major storyline in the upcoming season. Other cast members are also reportedly reacting to the situation in different ways, with some choosing to include it in their own narratives. At the same time, there have been warnings from fellow cast members who believe it may be smarter for her to stay quiet while things are still unresolved. Despite the criticism, Wendy may feel she has little choice but to stay on the show. Legal fees can be extremely expensive, and reality TV income could help cover those costs. Some viewers believe she carefully avoids certain questions during interviews and reunions, while still giving just enough answers to keep her position on the show.
It was reported that you have 67 credit cards under your name with multiple aliases. Pam Oliver, Eddie Hennessy.
My legal counsel responded to that in court and corrected that narrative. Those aliases were only used for package and deliveries. There are no aliases in which were used for any financial institution, and that narrative was corrected.
It was also reported that prosecutors claim you have very little money and are in substantial debt.
No, I mean, I respect the legal system. If that is their opinion, then that is their opinion.
Since filming for the new season began, Wendy's situation on television has started to look more complicated than before. Many viewers feel that her decision to stay on reality TV while facing serious legal problems may not have been the best move. Even though she has multiple degrees and a professional background, she has been trying to move carefully through the season because both her castmates and the producers are closely watching her every step. Many believe they are waiting for her to make mistakes or reveal more details about her personal life. During filming, Wendy reportedly made a mistake when she tried to defend the burglary story as being real, but she was quickly challenged by another cast member, Giselle. After that moment, things seemed to become more difficult for her on screen. According to reports, she began struggling to stay consistent in her explanations and shifted her focus toward protecting herself. She also suggested that her husband, Eddie, was the main person in control of their finances and business decisions. She claimed that she was not fully aware of the situation because she had stepped back from work and trusted him to handle everything. Wendy has also reportedly considered divorcing Eddie, possibly to distance herself from the legal issues and show that she is not responsible for what happened. However, many people online are not convinced by this approach. They believe it may be an attempt to shift blame, while others think the situation is more complicated and that both partners may be involved in some way. Fans have been very vocal about the situation, with some comparing it to other reality TV cases where cast members tried to avoid responsibility. Many question why Wendy left a stable job, especially since reality TV filming only takes a few months each year. They argue that keeping her professional career could have provided financial stability. At the same time, supporters of Wendy believe there is still a chance that her husband could take the majority of the legal responsibility, especially if he was managing the finances. Others disagree and feel that both partners must face the consequences together. As the situation continues to unfold, viewers remain divided. Some think Eddie will take the full blame, while others believe Wendy will eventually have to answer for everything in court.